Hi guys, how you all doing? Chris Blue, woohoo! Yes, I'm trying to expand my channel a bit rather than just doing still books and some sideshow items. So I thought for once, let's do a movie review. Let's see how bad I can be actually doing one. And generally I wouldn't do this, but I went to the cinema just the other day and I was blown away by how good the Dredd movie was. I was expecting nothing from this. And before we go any further, I am not talking about Stallone's "I never break the law, I am the law." We're not talking about that awful film made in 1995, where for the fact that if you didn't know it was called Dredd, you wouldn't know it was a Dredd movie because you saw Stallone's face practically from the 15 or 10 minutes on throughout all the way until the very end credits. We're talking about the Carl Urban Dredd roller coaster. Now, the first thing I thought when I saw this movie is, damn, that trailer looks crap. The one thing I loved about the 1995 version was Mega City 1 looked absolutely fantastic. It looked absolutely wicked. And I saw the trailers to this and I thought, this don't look good. It looks like it's been, or probably has been filmed in South Africa. Where's all the special effects? Mega City 1's just got like one tall building in it. And the whole film is based on getting to the top of a building. Right, I've seen The Raid. This is Dredd, this should be much better. Wrong. Totally wrong. I could not be no wronger about this film. I didn't want to go and watch it. I watched it and I come out beaming that this is one of the best films ever, and I would give it a sort of a 4.5 out of 5 sort of rating. This is a great movie. This is the story about Judge Dredd and his rookie Henderson, who obviously Henderson has just started and she needs to pass to become a judge like everyone else. And Carl Urban will assess her and decide if she's a pass or fail. She's already technically been a fail, but she's got this vision in her head where she can read people's minds, one of a kind. And that's why they're giving her a second opportunity to pass and be the puppy's privates. So she chooses which place to go to, and she chooses Peachtree, which in Mega City 1 there are high-rise buildings, and think of them like big communities where people with not much money all live and they're controlled by one person. Now Peachtree is as bad as you can get. It is owned by a nasty ex-prostitute called Mama, who's played by Lenla Hendley, who is a gorgeous, gorgeous woman who you probably would have seen in 300. Now, you wouldn't think she's gorgeous in this because they've made her as ugly and as nasty as ever. She's got like a fork scar down her face, a bit like John Connor in Terminator Salvation. Her hair's short and rough, she wears daggy clothes, and she really is as evil as you can come. And if I can give you an expression, 3 people, which is how the story starts, cross her, disappoint her, and her rules to them are grab hold of the 3 people, skin them alive, chuck them over the balcony so they fall 200 feet, and give them a drug which makes motion. Basically, when you're looking around, you just get 1 second of vision, so you're going to see yourself splat to the ground so slowly. Horrible, horrible way to die, as you can feel your bones crunching. She's that nasty, and she's nasty throughout the whole film, so I won't go into that because I'm not doing a spoiler review. So that's basically who they're up against. Now, obviously they go into Peachtree, no problem, and they want to apprehend the people that have done it, and they find one of them through Henderson's mind. And the moment they find her, they're on their way back down from level 39 back to the front, but they've already been found out because there are cameras everywhere. And they know what's going on already, and they lock down the entire building so the judges can't get back out, because this person knows the secret to Mama's initiation. She's doing drugs, she's building them in that column, and she will spread them across Mega City 1, so they cannot get out and he cannot get out. He knows too much information, and this is when the story starts, where basically it's the battle from top to bottom. Now I won't go no further than that because then that would be ruining the film for you, but you get the idea. In terms of an 18, not many films at the cinema are 18s. Haven't hardly ever got to see any. I mean, years ago in the 90s, so many 18 rated films. This is the first one in a long time for me, and it's as violent as you can come. If you think of slow-mo, you're seeing bullets firing through one cheek, coming out of the other. You can see the teeth inside the jaw. It's that gruesome, and it's continuous throughout the whole movie. There are heads splatting everywhere. There are people having their brains popped out. It is that gruesome, and Dredd gives out a lot of it. And he is badass, man. He is really, really tough. He is gruesome, but you've got to love him. You have faith in him. You're rooting for him. He's at the bottom. He knows the danger throughout the movie. He knows this is going to be tough to get through these. We're going to have to get through him to get to the next part. And that is why you feel more for him, rather than if you think, for instance, not a good example, but if you think Lara Croft in the first Tomb Raider film, you always knew she was going to kill everyone. With Judge Dredd, you always knew he could do it, but it's going to be a lot more difficult, and yeah, he's going to be a bit scared, and he could get injured or killed in the process. No problem with Judge Dredd, because he has got a fully body armour suit. Obviously he can still be penetrated, but he's got what you saw in the 1995 film, and I'm glad they kept that, and that is the Lawgiver 1. Which all the judges are presented with their own ID, and obviously the thing about the Lawgiver, it has many different weapons all in one. It has the flare grenades, it has a hothead, which is fantastic. I won't give that away, but you see it right at the beginning of the movie. It has armour piercing, rapid fire, and many others on board. Now the good thing about this is they made it more realistic. You knew, because he was talking right at the beginning about you could conserve ammo and make every shot count, you knew from about halfway through the movie he's running low on ammo. He's killed a lot of people, he's used a lot of these different variations of weapons, and later on it comes into play when he wants to, he's really under it, he's cornered, and he tries out and he says the names. This is rapid fire, it comes out empty. HIV, it comes out empty. Next one, armour piercing, comes out empty, and you know, he's in trouble here. This gun has run out of ammo, and that is what I really like about it, that you knew that every shot had to count, and it made it more realistic in terms of the actual gun itself. Now his sidekick is Henderson, the rookie, who's absolutely fantastic in this. She makes the emotion that makes you feel like you could be in this movie, because you'll be her character, because you feel the pressure, you don't know how you're going to shoot, and obviously she progresses later on. You see a lot of movies where they become a tough nut by the end of the movie. Yes, she is that, but before that she goes in a different angle, which I won't spoil for you. Very, very good, and she's got the ability to read minds. So even though you see Dredd with his mask on throughout the whole movie, all you can see is his mouth, at least you get to see the emotion and the face of Henderson throughout the movie, because she doesn't have a helmet on, because she can't read people. If they both had the helmet on throughout the whole movie, it would have felt a bit odd. So I'm glad that one of them didn't, and I'm also glad that Dredd keeps the comic book version and he has his helmet on. Maybe if, I've heard they are talking about sequels already, which will be fantastic. Maybe come the end of the third movie, he can take his helmet off and you can actually see, oh yes, it is Carl Urban. We all know it is, and he's got a great expression of face. He does what he does in the comic books. His mouth sort of goes down at times. It's a rough, really tough look. And so throughout the whole movie, yes, it is fighting from the bottom of Peachtree Building all the way up to level 200 to get to Mama. And it sounds basic, it really isn't, and it's not because of the storyline. I mean, because of the storyline, it's because of the characters. If you think, and if you can think back to a movie called The Descent, with a whole bunch of girls and they go in a cave and they can't get out. And there's no story to that, there's just nasties in there. But because of all the characters, it made the movie. This is exactly the same. Because of the characters, it makes the movie. There are 3 villains that you get to learn the characters of, 2 especially. One is in control of the computers, and then you've got Mama herself, and then obviously you've got Dredd and Henderson. It does veer off, there are little plot lines where you see other judges come into it and out of it as well, and it makes it more exciting because of that. So absolutely wicked, guys. Please, I'm doing this video because I really recommend it to you, and I love you to go out there and watch it. It's money well spent. If you love blood, you love action, the effects, what effects they've got, it's a limited budget, but you can't tell because it's in a building. The effects are brilliant, because you do see Mega City 1 at the start of the film, and the effects are absolutely fantastic. The building rises are brilliant, the bridges, the buildings in the distance, absolutely brilliant, spot on. Inside the building, when they need effects, it is great. And there was one scene, I'll have to tell you, where he grabs hold of someone and he just chucks them over the building about 50 floors down, and he just looks straight at Mama on the other side. She can't believe he's just killed one of them after firing like 1,000,000 bullets at the level, and he just walks away in the distance back to, you know, sort of going back onto it, and he's like, I know, I'm coming for you, and she knows he's tough, she's going to have to kill him. She's scared, and it is a great movie, and you're going to love it, I promise you. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm just doing a quick little 10-minute review. I'm not doing any cuts in it, so this is just off the cuff with what I can remember. I don't want to spoil it for you, but yes guys, go watch it please. It does come out in 3D. Some people I've seen reviews like the 3D. For me, I was disappointed with the 3D. I didn't actually think it was that good. There are a few scenes near the end and the start where it comes out at you and you can see the in-depth, but I kept taking my glasses on and off thinking, is this 3D? I can't see the depth between one character and another, and sure enough it wasn't actually blurry on the screen, so I was actually disappointed with the 3D myself. And when it does come out, and I can't wait to come out and buy this, I won't buy the 3D, I was disappointed. A good definition of a 3D movie, the Resident Evil Afterlife, Underworld, Awakening, you know, they are great 3D movies. This, for me, wasn't. But doesn't really matter, because the film is the puppy's pride. It's absolutely fantastic. So, okay guys, tell me how I done. How'd I do with my first movie review? Bad, eh? But I just wanted to share it with you because it's a great movie. If I'm crap and you think my review's crap, I won't do it anymore. I'll go back to what I'm doing. But anyway, you have a good day now. Enjoy the sun. There's a lot of sun out there. It is hot today. And I'm going to go out and have a barbecue with the family. So wicked. Okay then guys, I'll see you all later. Cheers.